the people that are doing this. Think of what you're doing, not just to the person, but to the family. Not only her father, The Rock, her grandmother, the rest of her family. Why would you do? So I've never understood this.
Something else in the news that I want to bring up is The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine, has been named general manager of NXT. That was kind of a surprise, Bill. What are your thoughts on her taking over that general manager role?
It doesn't matter what I think, does it? Listen, they're obviously they're trying to find a role for her. They're trying to find the right spot for her. I don't know if she comes across with the right authority yet, if she's too young for that part. So we'll have to, I don't think that her daddy, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, has said, that this is it, I'm in this, I'm on the board of directors and I want my daughter to have this, I want this one to have this. I don't think that's what's happening here. They're trying her out in a role. And if it works out, great. And there's a lot of fans who don't know that's his daughter. She doesn't use that name. It's Ava. She's not saying that she's Johnson or Rock's daughter or anything like that. That has not come up on TV. So good luck. It's let's see what happens. I hate to use a cliche, but time will tell, as Gordon Soley would say, indeed.
Teddy, your thoughts?
I think that she's put in that position to learn. That's a good training position to be in. That's a good position to learn in. And I think that's why she's there. And like I said, they're having the only woman general manager I remember was Vicky Guerrero. Right. And, for her to come in and step in and be a female GM, I think is outstanding.
Yeah. And remember, NXT is exactly what Teddy just said. It's a great training ground.
Yeah, I like to see that they train more than just wrestlers there too, because obviously there's a lot more to it. They're training every aspect of the TV production, whether it's the referees, managers. Because Teddy, can you imagine having to go to school to learn how to be a SmackDown general manager? I mean, it's not something you can easily just pop anybody into. You were not like most people. You picked it up. You knew exactly what to do. But a lot of people need to be trained in that area. Do they not?
Well, yeah, I was just blessed. God gave me this talent, and I was blessed with it. And once Vince McMahon put it and discovered me and let me know exactly what I had, then I started like, oh, okay, I got this. So then I started doing it on my own. I started putting it together because I understood now this is my job. I got to make this work. I have to make this real every time I step out here. Because that's what Vince was sold on. He was old school. He loved selling because that's what made people believe you have to sell.
Yes. Bill, you said a minute ago that she doesn't use The Rock's, connection with her to her advantage by any means, and doesn't even mention it, like you say. But unfortunately, there's enough fans out there that do know that she is The Rock's daughter, so much so that the recent stuff that happened with Cody and The Rock and the whole WrestleMania ordeal about who's going to go to WrestleMania and all that fight actually brought death threats to Ava Raine because her father was one of the ones that some of the fans were hating on. I can't believe that our fans have gotten to a point where they send death threats to, I just don't understand that.
I'm going to say something that I don't think I'd ever said before, but what's wrong with those people?
Yeah.
Even if they believe that the business is not a work at all, to go to that extent for a story or something that's happening in the wrestling business that you're watching. I know people used to do this at talk shows, but never to the extent where they would threaten one of the guests or the host for saying something on there. So I'm going to use the word, these sickos that are doing that, they just turn the TV off. Don't watch it anymore. Don't bother being part of the wrestling community.
And it really is that damn simple. I mean, if you don't like what you see, turn the damn channel. If you don't like the direction a movie is going, then don't waste your money and go watch a movie and spend $40 on popcorn and everything else. Just don't go. To me, it's just like ice cream. Everybody's got a different flavor. You may not like strawberry. I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally.
Teddy, what are your thoughts on that whole mess?
Well, if you guys you're really paying attention and looking and seeing what kind of world we're living in now, you can understand. There's a lot of evil people in this world. I mean, a lot of evil, and a lot of evil is out there. And something has unleashed some of these people till now they feel that, they're comfortable with threatening you or shooting at your road rage, get out of their car, shoot right in your car, don't know where there's a baby or anything in there. So my thing is this, I feel that our democracy is in danger. And I feel that we're just living in some bad, evil times now. But
they're doing it with judges. We've all heard this, that judges have asked for protection on certain cases because they're getting death threats.
Well, I think
that's from the evil. That's people that want to live in a whole different world, in their own world, and they want other people to live in their world. That's not how it works. There are people in this country that are not concerned about a person being president. They want a king. So that, you see, there's a difference there between a king and a president. So that, and I just see that all day long. So it's just not real.
I knew that we were getting in trouble when the comedians that I love comedy. I love stand-up comedy. And stand-up comedy is becoming almost wiped away because they're afraid to say anything about in a joke that might offend somebody. We get so butthurt over small things that are meant to be funny. That's it, just funny. But people take everything so damn seriously.
But they've been holding this in for a long time, and now people feel that they can now let it out and let everybody know how they feel. And that's all right. That's fine.
You're going to blame COVID. I was stuck in the house for a year and a half. So,
yeah, but like I said, I don't blame them. Express yourself. That's what this country is all about. Freedom of speech or whatever you want to do. If that's how you want to be evil or whatever, that's fine. But don't bring it on me. You know what I mean? I haven't done anything to you. So
right. Listen, think the people that are doing this. Think of what you're doing, not just to the person, but to the family. Not only her father, The Rock, her grandmother, the rest of her family. Why would you do? So I've never understood this, and
to me, a lot of those people who are posting that stuff, they have no intention of doing what they're saying. They're just mouthing off because they can do it behind the keyboard that nobody can see. Right. And to me, that you're nothing more than a coward when you do that. And otherwise, people just like to be hateful. They just do. If you don't believe me, look at some of the comments on some of the shows we do. Some of those comments are just freaking hateful. Yeah. And I don't understand this. Like, do you really get off leaving hateful stuff like that? If you're that kind of individual.
Yeah, they do. They enjoy it. They enjoy every minute of it.
That's just sad. That's really. I'm sorry. That's sad. Anyhow, let me bring up an idea I had. I've seen a lot of people get upset over this whole thing to the point where they're leaving death threats for Ava Raine about what The Rock is coming in at the last minute in the WrestleMania and everything else. Here's where I think we might be going. And Ava Raine, as the NXT general manager, a member of the family, with Rock now on the board with TKO, what if The Rock actually becomes heel in a final chapter? What if The Rock went heel and then the whole story becomes Rock as the head of the table, Roman as the champion, Jimmy and Jay get back together with Solo all together again. So it's the Usos building the family up into the business, which is all real, by the way, because that family truly is a lot of power in the wrestling world. So could it be a takeover by The Rock? Could that be what we're seeing? And could The Rock and Roman Reigns, as the champion, the worker who gets in the ring, could that be Cody's big run over the next year, leading to the next WrestleMania where he does take on Roman and beats him with that title?
No, I don't think they're going to wait that long. I don't think they can. I think the fans are so hostile toward this situation. They got like 6 million negative pieces all over the internet on this whole thing. And they've got to figure out another way to do this.
Teddy, a lot of negative feedback. Of course, a lot of fans not happy with The Rock stepping in to Cody's spot. What are your thoughts? We've talked about this before. When it comes to business, what's best for business?
What they're doing now. That's best for business, okay?
Yep.
But I was sitting there, I was listening at at you guys, and I was thinking too. There's something. I mean, this is what I would do. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to sound dumb to some people, but with the position that they've got Cody in, and the way the fans are reacting to what's being done now, brother, I'd have Cody. I'd set up something, and I'd have Cody, and I'd have him attack Hunter. That's who I'd have him jump as Hunter first, and I'd let him know you're the cause of this. This is blame it all on, and frankly he is. He's the guy in charge. And not just, not no whole lot of physicality, but you corner him and you get right in him and you got him backed up against the wall, and your last words to Hunter, you better make this right if you want to keep working here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting.
Very good.
Interesting.
And see, I think eventually we're going to see a unification match too. Bill, do you think that's down the line?
Oh, I do. I definitely do. I think there'll be that one championship again.